Hey everyone, Professor Hank here, and today we're going to talk about stuff, some general announcements, housekeeping things, state of the channel kind of stuff. Haven't done that in quite a while, and thought I would take some time and just sit here and shoot the you know what with you. Before I do that, though, I got a special shout out coming to Mike to Mac, our latest channel member. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining up and supporting the channel. Appreciate the kind things that you had to say when you joined up. Really, really appreciate your support and giving back. And same goes to all the other channel members too. Thank you so much for your continued support. And without you, it would be a bit tougher to do this. I think that we had Ben mention in one of the comments that he's really noticed a increase in the quality of the videos, and that has been directly because of people who are joined as paid members and people who have given super thanks uh, over the last year or so. It's really made a difference, and I've been able to get some better equipment and things like that, and it's been able to help out the quality of the videos and improve them. So thank you to all of the members, and especially thank you to Mike to Mac for being our latest member. And for anybody else who wants to give back or wants to show support, you've got the super thanks. And you can join as a paid member with additional perks for as little as 99 cents a month. Thank you very, 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 very much. Really appreciate bringing these videos to you and appreciate you giving back. So thank you. So a few things to announce and just talk about whatever. You probably noticed I haven't done a random ramble video in a long time. When I started those, when I first started doing those videos, forever ago, at the beginning of COVID, I said, we're gonna use this to keep in touch with people and try to keep the connections alive. And I'll keep doing these for as long as they're fun. Well, they haven't been as much fun lately, and they tend to go into depressing directions, or they tended to go into depressing directions from time to time. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and bury those, and in its place, instead of having regular, videos, what I'll do is, I'll when I get a chance, I'll set aside some time and put together one of these videos. Maybe we'll call these office hours instead. So they won't be regular, and they'll be more focused on school stuff and trying to be a little bit lighter than the directions that some of the random ramble videos went into. We'll stay away from the political stuff and all of that in these videos, and just focus on the channel, focus on you, focus on school type stuff and programming in general, and all those kind of things. So that way we're not going off into dark places like we have in the past. The random ramble videos, the vast majority of them, I kept around. I archived a whole bunch of them and took them offline because they were old and people hadn't been watching them and all of that. And they hadn't had that many views, the ones that really didn't get that many. But the rest of them I kept online and put them under the members section. So for members, you can go back and view those archives whenever you like. And I left a few public for just people in general that I thought would be helpful, right? So there's some videos I have on there with some advice on how to learn a program, for example, or talking about, I'm not going to do your homework for you. Those are sorts of things that I think that anybody could use. So I'm going to keep those around and keep those things public. But the rest of the ones that I kept online in the archives are going to be members only. Okay. So I talked about that. And I went through and I took out a whole bunch of old videos that, hadn't been getting views for a while, obsolete videos, out of date videos. I took those offline and put them on a hard drive somewhere. So I still have them. But I did take those out, and I've begun the process of updating, some of the older videos that, my classes still use, right? So you might have noticed the increase in production of me posting videos each week. I mean, I've just been running like gangbusters, cranking out content because I wanted to update a lot of the older C++ videos because the quality of those videos wasn't the best. The sound in those videos wasn't the best and all of that. And I wanted to take advantage of this newer equipment that I have to improve the quality of that stuff too. So, if you're wondering, oh my gosh, why is he putting out so many videos, when before he was doing one a week? Well, that's part of the reason. I have more time to do it now. And I'll talk more about that with you here in a second as to why I have so much more time to do that. But so, cranking out those videos, and that also, some of the members might be wondering, why I haven't been doing the members only preview stuff. That is a perk for joining as a member. That's because I've been cranking out the content so fast that if I was to do that, then I'd have this backlog of content that would take years and years and years and years and years to get out. Once my pace slows back down, I will reinstate that perk. But for now, I'm trying to tear through as much content as I can and update it for my class, right? It's for my class at DVC. It's because it's time. Some of those videos were like 3 years old that I've been updating. And so did that. And I also took the videos and started making new playlists and organizing them by chapter. And so when you look at that, you say, Chapter 12, Advanced File Operations. That's the name of the playlist. What the heck do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, those correspond to the textbook that we use in our class, right? So remember the reason I started this channel way back in 2013, God, it's been like 10 years now, was to support my classes. I mean, that's the primary purpose for this channel, is to support my classes. And so I think that'll make it a little bit easier for my students to be able to, and former students, to come back and take a look at videos to refresh their memory or whatever, and to find the content that they need if they're organized along the lines of the textbook that we use. So, so that's that. So hopefully that'll be easier for everybody to access content or to find content that they might be interested in. So playlists, as I'm going through and redoing videos, I'm putting together those playlists and organizing things by chapters according to our textbook, which is for the C++ stuff, it's the Tony Gaddis textbook, which is like the best textbook. That's what all the colleges use, is that textbook. The starting out with C++, what is it? Early structures or control structures through early objects or something like that. If you want a copy of the actual title, the link to the text that you can get on Amazon or something like that, leave a note in the comments. I'll be happy to put that link there for you, get that for you if you're interested in getting it. It's a good book. It's a really good textbook. So anyway, so right now my primary focus, let's talk about where I'm going, what I'm doing, what type of content's going to be coming out soon or in the future. Right now I'm focused on doing the C++ stuff, getting the videos updated and all that. And as I was just describing, that's my number one focus right now. In the future, what I'm going to be working on is updating Python videos. I want to do that and have those correspond to the Python textbook. So basically, at the end of the day, if you're not a student of mine and you're just a subscriber to the channel, thank you very, very, very much. And or if you're just viewing this for the first time, you stop by or whatever, you're wondering, well, how can I use Hank's channel? You could basically do an entire course in C++ or Python, more or less, once I have everything finished and organized, right? Because you'll be able to go from chapter 1 through chapter 22 of our textbook with the different videos. And so if you decided that you wanted to have like a little impromptu free course, so to speak, you could get a copy of the textbook yourself and then just follow along chapters 1 through 22 and be able to get yourself a pretty decent introduction to C++. And the way that I'm organizing it too is that it's going to be organized by chapter and by topic. So then you'll be able to go to the different chapters and then find a video that corresponds to the particular topic that you're interested in. Maybe that you need to review, or maybe you've been struggling with, and maybe the professor that you're with right now, they're just not clicking with you in terms of trying to understand or whatever. And maybe I'll be a better fit for you, so you can use that as a secondary source, the video that I put up, whatever. So hopefully that'll be easy to use and the quality of the videos will be better. And so you'll be able to get some improved benefits from the videos. So we're doing that. I started a Kotlin series too, and I want to see how that shaped up before I put more time into it. A couple of the videos are doing well. The very first video that I did which is a, writing your first program video, like a Hello World videos, has been doing pretty good. It's got coming up on 2,000 views or something like that. And, because most of my videos that do really well are those getting started, writing your first assembly program, or, compiling your first C++ program, or, getting started with Python. Those people tend to really like those videos. Those are the most successful videos that I have. And it seems to be consistent because the Kotlin videos seems to be heading in that direction too. Then the video or two that came after that first video did okay, got a couple hundred views or something like that, and then it trailed off after that. So I'm going to see if those pick up before I resume that series, but I would like to resume that series just because I wanted to learn Kotlin, and so one of the best ways that you can learn a language is to teach it, or learn anything is to teach it. So researching those videos was helping me myself to learn Kotlin a little bit more. But anyway, so at some point I'll continue that series. It's low priority right now until the views pick up on it. So I want to do the Python thing. I also want to do a Java series. I want to put together a whole bunch of videos on Java, kind of emulating what the Gaddis Java textbook does, right? So if I do get a chance to teach a Java class in the future, I'll be ready to go. So I will be doing that at some point in the future. I think also I need to revisit the assembly videos that I have. They did really well, but they're showing their age too. Assembling your first assembly program, or writing your first, I can't remember the title of it, but it's the most popular assembly video that I had. And it had, 100,000 plus views or whatever, but it's starting to show its age too, because I think I did that video with Visual Studio 2017 or something like that. So it's like 6 years old, but people are still getting value out of it. Fine. That's great. That's fantastic. But again, it is starting to age up a little bit. So that's on my to-do list as well. Doing something with that. Somebody else asked me to do in the comments, asked me to do a series on a particular type of assembly. I can't remember which one it was, but if you're watching this and you're the commenter, I'm planning on it. It's on my stack of things to do. I also want to do some more stuff with MIPS, and I want to do some stuff with maybe R or Ruby on Rails. I also want to do something on test-driven development. So, maybe do some videos on how you can do some testing and stuff. I started a new series on Android a while back, and updating some videos that I did for my classes, but I stopped, put a halt on that after I think chapter 8. I got through like 8 chapters of it, and I was updating that while I was on my sabbatical in preparation for my return. But I stopped that because I got busy with other things. And that's going to lead me to my next announcement, which is that sadly, disappointingly, regrettably, devastatingly, shockingly, crushingly, I have to announce that I will not be returning to CSU East Bay, which is a tragedy, and it's incredibly, incredibly disappointing. But circumstances have become such that I'm no longer able to work there for reasons. It's didn't leave like on bad terms or anything like that. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't fired, and it's not anything like that. I talked with my department chair. We left on good terms, and the department said that if I ever want to come back in the future, that that I'm welcome to come back. It's just that right now, where my life took me, and what some of the policies are with like remote work and stuff with CSUEB, they're just not compatible. So I wasn't able to teach in person there anymore, and you can't teach exclusively online there. So because of that, I won't be returning, and it's incredibly heartbreaking to me because I loved that job. I loved the department. We have the best people anywhere. Anybody who's knows me or watched my videos in the past, talked or have seen me talk about, my job and the people that I work with, they're just amazing people. I mean, I went to school there. I earned two of my degrees there. Made a lot of friends there, and then I ended up working there for 9 years. So I was in school there for 5, and then worked there for 9. So I was in that community for 14, 15 years, and I loved it there. I loved the job. I loved the work. I loved the people. And so it's it's uh, it's incredibly disappointing, and it's really heartbreaking that I won't be able to continue working there. Um, but it is what it is, and got to move forward. And I wish them nothing but the best. And I'm going to miss that job. I'm going to miss that place. I'm going to miss all the people that I worked with and for. I'm going to miss my department chair. I'm going to miss the admins in our department. I'm going to miss the TAs, the learning assistants, the SI leaders, the students. Most of all, they were all incredibly amazing people. It's an amazing institution. It's an amazing school, and I owe them a lot for all the time that I had there. They allowed me to do what I love more than anything in the world, and I shall miss it. I shall miss it a lot. Um, it's uh, it's uh, it's incredibly disappointing that we weren't able to work something out, but it is what it is. So, those of you who had me my last semester, thank you, and I finished my run, my statistics, my career statistics there. I had above average ratings for the department in all categories. So I was one of the top rated based on my reviews. I think I was one of the consistently top rated lecturers there. And for my Rate My Professors page, I finished with 49 reviews, and I think it was a 4.1 or something. And like a 73 or 75%, would retake rate. So those are my career stats for Team CSUEB. But again, they're the best people there. It's the best institution, and they're amazing. And I'm gonna miss everybody there. I hope at some point in the future things may change, and I'll be able to work with them again, because it's it was the place for me, and I shall miss it a lot. But that being said, my situation at DVC has not changed. So I'm continuing working there, no problem. So if you're a DVC student of mine, or in the past, or considering in the future, and you're watching this, don't worry. I'm still there. I'm still online at DVC, and I love that institution too. And I will stay there for as long as they will have me. I'm teaching online classes there exclusively. So if you need an online class, you know where to find me. All right. So what else did I want to talk to you about now that I got that announcement out? Yeah, I think that is majority of what I wanted to talk with you about. So we had, a discussion about, how you can support the channel, talked about what the agenda is for the channel, where we're going with it. We had an announcement about the ending of the Random Rambles series, and, sadly, an announcement about my leaving CSUEB, which that's gonna hurt for a long time. I gotta tell you, because I loved working there. I love the people that I worked with. Nothing but love for all of them. Nothing but respect. Yeah. So thanks for watching. And if you're interested in that link that I mentioned before at the beginning of the video for the textbooks, leave a note in the comments, and I'll be sure to pass that on. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.